Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Son of David, have mercy on me. These are the words of Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus, calling out to Christ the Savior, calling out to the Son of David, calling out to be heard, calling out. How many of you just wanted to do what the crowd did to him? Who is that? Why is he making so much noise? Security! Security, please take care of this. How many of us would have had that reaction? They certainly did. Bartimaeus kept at it, and Jesus said, "Call him here." And the crowd changed, and they called out to him, "Take heart, get up, he is calling you." Please be seated. This is one of my favorite passages from the Gospel of Mark. Favorite because it is so rich. Favorite because I can be on any side of this story in any given moment, on any day of the week. Favorite because it is challenging in the most profound way. Favorite because it asks us about our faith, and it asks us to consider to what we are called. The power of the call. Bartimaeus calls out to Jesus. Jesus speaks to the crowd. In a way, he calls them out and calls out. And the crowd calls to Bartimaeus. And Bartimaeus' response is the thing that I wish I could do. I mean, imagine this moment, Bartimaeus, poor, begging on the outskirts of the city with no prospects whatsoever, blind, sitting there begging, calls out to Jesus, and when he is told to take heart, throws off his cloak, his only worldly possession, and starts moving. Oh, I wish I could be that good. I wish I could be that faithful. To hear that call and move that fast. To forget all of the impediments that sit between me and God's love for me, between me and my love for God, between me and my call to love all of my neighbors everywhere. I wish I were that good. Bartimaeus comes forward. Jesus asks him what he wants. I appreciate, right, in our family we do direct, not awkward. And Bartimaeus answers very clearly, I would like to see again. When Jesus asked the disciples what they wanted, think back for a week. What did they want? To know who was the greatest. And here's Bartimaeus, the last healing story in the Gospel of Mark, the moment where we start to turn our way to Jerusalem and what is awaiting Jesus there, what Jesus has spoken about, his true messiahship. Jesus says to Bartimaeus, your faith has made you well. His sight is restored. And instead of going back to get his cloak Instead of thinking about all the things that he can now do, the gospel tells us that his response is to follow Jesus to that very same Jerusalem. I wish I were that good. I wish in the face of all the things that we're all facing every single day, the things that distract us and disturb us and distort our vision of God's creation, I wish I could see that clearly. I wish I had the faith of Bartimaeus. But here's the thing. The beauty of our relationship with God is that the quality of our faith is not based on our response. The beauty of our relationship with God is that it's God's faithfulness that will never falter. God's faithfulness that will never let us go. God's faithfulness that is calling out to us time and time and time again with nothing but the urgency and deepest desire to love us into who we are meant to be, our whole selves. It is not about how dependable Michael Bird is. Fun fact, he is not. It is, however, about how dependable our God is. How dependable Jesus Christ was and is. How dependable this message of love is in seeing us through. I needed to hear that today. In the midst of all of this stuff, I needed to hear that today. So I do wonder, how is God calling you? To what is God calling you? Maybe it's going to come to you like a youth choir surrounding you at the beginning of a service, letting you hear about gratitude and praise and thanksgiving and purpose. Maybe it's a still small voice. Maybe it's the call of someone out on the street on Broadway or in a subway station or wherever it might be. But I do wonder, how is God calling you? And with the dependable nature of God, can we have the faith to answer? Maybe just a fraction of what Bartimaeus had. But that will be enough. It will be enough. Amen.